What's the most messed up punishment your parents ever gave you? I was 14, sitting at the dinner table with my younger brother and my dad. Mom was at work, as usual, pulling a double shift at the hospital. My dad was in one of his moods, the kind where you knew silence was safer than speaking, the kind where you prayed he'd stay glued to the TV instead of finding a reason to scream. I wasn't that lucky. Why's your homework not finished? He barked, stabbing his fork in my direction. I did finish it, I said cautiously. I just didn't do the bonus problems. Bonus problems? Oh, so you think you're too smart to need extra practice? He leaned forward, his face red, breath heavy with beer. Say it. Tell me how much better you are than me. I didn't say that. Stand up. My brother shot me a terrified glance. He knew what was coming. I stood. Dad grabbed my backpack and dumped it onto the floor, papers scattering everywhere. You think you're so smart? Fine. Recite the answers. Every single one. Out loud. Don't get one wrong. Dad, I can't just shut up and do it. And so I did. My voice shaking, my throat dry. I tried to recall answers, page after page. Each time I hesitated, he slammed his hand against the table. My brother flinched with every bang. When I finally broke down crying, Dad sneered. Look at you, crying because Daddy made you work. What a pathetic excuse for a kid. You're lucky your mother's not here to see what a worthless brat she raised. That was his favorite phrase, worthless brat. But the worst punishment came later that same week. It was the 4th of July. Fireworks cracked in the sky, and the neighborhood kids were outside with sparklers. I had asked if I could join them. You? Dad scoffed. You don't deserve fireworks. You think the world owes you fun? Number. You'll stay inside. Please, Dad. I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, you want to argue? You want punishment? Fine. Take off your shoes. Confused, I obeyed. He marched me out into the driveway, the asphalt still scorching from the day's heat. You're gonna stand here barefoot until I say stop, he ordered. Maybe then you'll learn some respect. The ground burned. At first it was bearable, then unbearable. I shifted from foot to foot, biting back tears. The kids across the street laughed and played while I stood like some prisoner in plain sight. When I begged to go back inside, he shouted, louder! Let the whole neighborhood hear how sorry you are. I'm sorry, I cried. I'm sorry. Louder! My brother, only 11 at the time, tried to intervene. Dad, please, shut your mouth or you'll be next. I stood there until my feet blistered. When he finally let me back inside, I limped to my room. That night, staring at the ceiling, I promised myself something. I would never let him break me completely. Fast forward to my 18th birthday. I had been secretly applying to colleges, faraway colleges, and I'd gotten a full scholarship. My acceptance letter was hidden under my mattress, waiting for the right moment. The right moment came sooner than I thought. We were at dinner again. My dad was boasting about how I'd probably fail community college in a year and come crawling back begging for a job in his buddy's mechanic shop. He loved tearing me down in front of people, neighbors, relatives, and even strangers. That night, he smirked and said, you'll never be anything more than a freeloading disappointment. Might as well get used to it. Something in me snapped. I calmly stood, walked to my room, and came back with the acceptance letter. I placed it in front of him. What's this? He demanded. Read it, I said evenly. His eyes skimmed the page. His face darkened. Full scholarship? Out of state? He crumpled the paper in his fist. You're not going. I forbid it. I smiled. A cold, sharp smile I had been saving for years. You can't stop me. I turn 18 today. I'm an adult. I already accepted. You ungrateful little... He slammed his fist on the table. Ungrateful? I cut him off, my voice finally rising. Ungrateful is you to be humiliating me in front of everyone. Ungrateful is burning my feet on the driveway like some circus act. Ungrateful is calling your own kid worthless every single day. You don't get to call me ungrateful when all I ever did was survive you. The table went silent. My brother's eyes widened with something I'd never seen before. Relief. Dad sputtered, searching for words, but I didn't give him the chance. I grabbed the letter, straightened it out, and said, I'm leaving in August. You'll never get the satisfaction of seeing me crawl back. Then I turned to my brother. When you're ready, you can come find me. I walked out, and for the first time in my life, I felt the chains fall away. Years later, I look back on that night as the true start of my life. My dad still tries to spin the story, telling relatives I ran away to play pretend college, but I don't care, because every time I take another step forward, graduating, landing my dream job, building a life free from him, I remember those words he used to spit at me, worthless brat, and I laugh, because I became everything he said I never would.